This is the talk show that takes a no-holds-barred approach to politics, where truth and integrity are the standard and the Constitution honored. From Renaissance Studios, this is Champion News Talk Radio.
Good morning and welcome to a very, very special edition of Champion News Talk Radio, brought to you by championnews.net, your choice for the conservative voice. This is Carol Parisi, and our special show today is to honor our founder, Jack Roeser, a man who has championed the American dream.
Yay.
Michael Brown and I are going to be talking to Jack a little bit about his wonderful and amazing life. How are you this morning, Jack?
I'm feeling embarrassed.
Well, don't be embarrassed. I know Jack was not excited about doing this show, kicking and screaming. How young are you going to be this week?
I'll be 89 years old the last day of August. It's kind of interesting because my age and my blood pressure and my IQ are about the same number.
Oh, stop. Hey, Michael, I know you've put together a little something about Jack. Can we have our listening audience hear that now?
Sure. One of the things that we decided this morning is that we would not mention the IEA. We don't want to raise Jack's blood pressure. We're talking about all the things that Jack has done over the course of his life, which are incredibly extensive.
The Illinois Miseducation Association.
We're not mentioning it.
Let's not go there. And this is a tribute that really kind of highlights all of Jack's accomplishments. So we'll watch it now.
Jack Roeser is an engineer, inventor, entrepreneur, businessman, philanthropist, and political activist. Born in 1923, Roeser enlisted in the Army in 1942 and served during World War II as a corporal in the Engineer Battalion of Combat Engineers in the Pacific Theater. In 1948, he received his Bachelor's of Science in Mechanical Engineering from the University of Illinois, graduating with honors. Roeser is chairman and founder of Otto Engineering in Carpentersville, Illinois, a vertically integrated company which manufactures electronic control and communication switches for aerospace, medical, and industrial uses since 1961. In 1988, he brought his son Tom Roeser in to head up the company. Under Tom's leadership, the company exploded in revenue and employees. In 2010, Otto had over 600 employees and annual sales of almost $100 million. Jack has over 50 patents in electrical, mechanical, machinery, and marine products. While others asked why, Jack asked, why not? Their secret to success has been producing high-quality products and rewarding good employees with profit-sharing, incentives, and an atmosphere second to none. Jack and Tom started Otto Homes in Carpentersville, purchasing foreclosed homes, dramatically renovating them, and selling them back at cost. This has greatly enhanced the community and empowered homeowners to invest in their homes and neighborhood. Jack Roeser is big on education, and over the years he has put his money where his mouth is. In the heart of Brownsville in Chicago, Jack has kept St. Elizabeth's alive simply because of the quality of education the children receive.
If you could walk into St. Elizabeth's with me and see those children, you would realize how important it is.
Jack Roeser is a competitive sailor. Of the many trophies his boat, the Janine, has won, the most prestigious is the Chicago Mackinac Cup, awarded in 1988 for winning the Chicago Yacht Club's 90th Chicago to Mackinac boat race. Jack still sails to this day, but most of his time is preoccupied as a political activist. He has founded Family Taxpayers Foundation, championnews.net. He hosts the popular radio program Champion News Talk Radio and the Illinois Republican Renaissance PAC. And as best as we can tell, he's not done by a long shot. Jack Roeser continues to fight for quality politicians of integrity and character to carry the banner of the Republican platform in promoting smaller government that serves the people instead of itself. These groups promote freedom, smaller government, less taxes, and the free enterprise system that made America great. In Jack's lifetime, he has seen it all. 2 depressions, several wars, and lots of change. Through it all, he has demonstrated the power of the American spirit to dream, create, develop, build, and empower. That American spirit is the foundation he built his company upon, one of freedom, one of fearless determination to pursue and succeed. The American spirit of generosity and looking out for your fellow man, not out of compulsion, but out of compassion. It is also Jack's American spirit that causes him to fight against corruption and greed in politics today. Jack could be sipping pina coladas in Fiji. Instead, he has decided to make his last stand here in Illinois, to fight for those American ideals that made this nation great, to fight for business and companies who do the real job creating in this country, to fight against regulations that hamstring companies and cost trillions in compliance every year. Just as Otto is proof that manufacturing is still alive and well in America, the American spirit that pioneered this great country is alive and well in Jack Roeser.
I've got to say that that was probably one of the most enjoyable pieces I've ever written and produced. And especially going back into a lot of the stuff that Jack has done throughout the course of his life, and putting that all together. It was a lot of fun.
Well, you know, just watching that and listening to that, Jack, engineer, inventor, political activist, philanthropist, entrepreneur, a sailor. Is there anything you haven't done?
Well, a lot, of course. A lot of things I haven't done, and I haven't been nearly as successful as I wanted to be. After all, I've been pounding away in politics after building a good business, and for a lot of years I've been trying to improve the education system in Illinois, and up to this time haven't managed to move it much. I've criticized it a lot, and also there's a political system. And that's, oddly enough, at this point in my life, both of those have come to a head, where it's obvious that the big problems of the state of Illinois are inextricably connected to the big failure of the K-12 education system. So I'm glad if I can be a symbol of change in that, but it's a little embarrassing to push my own personality into this, which I'm not doing, but you're embarrassing me here.
Well, stop. Let's talk a little bit. Were you born into a very wealthy family?
Heck no.
Okay, let's talk about your beginnings. So you come from a more humble beginning.
Oh yeah, sure. German-Irish. I was the last of 5 kids. I had a wonderful father and mother. My dad was named Otto John, and I'm John Otto. I was the last of 5 kids, 3 boys and 2 girls, alternately. We had a dynamic family. My older brother, Howard, was a fantastic guy. He's a great ball player. He had an offer from the Sox. He was my size, but much more fierce, and a very smart guy, and well-liked in high school and in sports, and all his life, a dynamo guy. He got into candy packing and accounting as his business, but Howard was 3 men in one, and my dad was a giant of a man. He was over 6 feet and immensely strong. My parents only had an 8th grade education. My father could do square roots in his head.
You named your company after your father.
Yes, I did. My father, Otto, was a great man. He was a good father and a great husband, a businessman, a sportsman. I have a clipping where he, as a pitcher in the industrial leagues, he had 17 strikeouts in 1 game. But he also was a catcher in that league, and in another time. And he taught my brother Howard how to be a catcher. And my dynamite brother and my wonderful father, I remember looking at both of them when I was about 13, and I thought, oh my God, if this is what it takes, I'm never going to make it.
Oh, well, you know what? I love, Otto, I love your tagline. Otto's been around for 50 years, your company, and it says expect excellence. And it even says here, Otto, a portrait of the American dream. As a young boy, Jack, did you dream of having a business? What did you want to be when you grew up?
I didn't know. I was just interested in things. I wasn't a very attractive young boy or young man, at least I thought so. But I found out I was smart in school, and being the last of 5 kids, we had a huge rack of books in the house. Well, incidentally, we moved a lot. I went to 3 grammar schools and 3 high schools. We moved, as my sister said, every time the apartment needed painting, we moved. So we were not rich.